They're often seen as stepping stones for singles and couples, but new data now shows more Aussie families are actually making the most of apartment living.
So some of the benefits: proximity to work, schools and leisure facilities, as well, of course, as a more affordable price tag. So to tell us more, we're joined by Domain Property Editor Alice Stoltz in Melbourne.
The building's actually becoming better.
Guys, they really have evolved from the days of hearing your neighbours having no storage, and nowadays you can see ones that have got great soundproofing, decent storage, clever floor plans that make the best use of space, as well as all these things like, Jane, imagine this with kids: pool, gym, cinema, childcare on site.
Childcare?
I know, I had you there, didn't I?
For the life of me, I can't understand why developers in England aren't flocking to the concept. This is a form of housing that's accepted by tenants, owners, investors, banks, insurers, and that's the same in America. It's the same, as you and I have discussed before, in many countries.
There are rumours that Michael Gove is set to deliver his eagerly awaited and heavily trailed keynote housing speech next week. There are also rumours that it's going to almost exclusively focus on supply. Now, it seems that Michael Gove has drunk the build Kool-Aid that this last week we've been trying to challenge in a firm but fair manner. And what we've established this week is that you can build, but if there's not the consumer confidence in the way in which we own and manage our homes, leasehold, that's dead, that's got to be over, we've got to move to Commonhold. But then also if there's this real fear that when you buy a flat, you could be on the hook for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds to fix defects created by a developer. Now, if you don't sort those things out with serious reform, you can build until the cows come home. People are not going to buy. And look at these blocks around here. Over here in Tower Hamlets, East London, there's been plenty of build. But the leaseholders we know in these blocks, they live a very unhappy existence. They have no control over their service charges, which in some of these blocks, they're spiralling and getting completely out of control, in addition with their mortgages, which are also spiralling. Then we've got a block down here that a few weeks ago we filmed, shared ownership block, where the actual nursery roof collapsed. Then we've got another block down here, which got notoriety during the pandemic, the height of COVID. Their hot water and cold water just conked out. They couldn't have showers. So they had to have these sort of portaloo, make-do showers on the ground floor, and they're all huddling together, not good for infection control. Then we've got another block over here where the heating and the water supply and the cooling were basically all on the same system. So in the summer, basically they were boiling. And this isn't a life. I'm 28. I live at home with my mum and my sisters. Now, my mum and my dad, they were married by this point. They had the home of their own. Now, for us young people, the chances are, if we could ever afford a home of our own, it's going to be a flat, because that's on average much cheaper than a house. But I'm not going to put my neck through a leasehold debt trap noose, which is what buying a flat in this country currently entails. And what we say to Mr. Gove is, you've taken on the dodgy developers overcladding in the building safety crisis. Now is the time to turn your focus towards Commonhold and new build defects for consumer protections. And if you do that, you're going to give my generation a bit of hope.